What up, hotheads? I'm Henry, and this is Blaze the Roof. This week, I'll be reviewing a sauce from my current city, Austin, Texas. The sauce we're reviewing is Swayze's Firecracker sauce. So the company that makes it is a friend of mine. The company is called Swayze Sliders. He makes burgers, sandwiches, he makes his own spicy pickles, and he makes his own hot sauces. So I bought one from him, and I figured I'm going to just give it a review and get the word out to all you 100 people that actually follow me. So it's founded by my friend Ryan Hunter. He named the business after his dog Swayze, right? So it's Swayze Hunter. It started on May 12th of 2022. He had gone to culinary school about 20 years ago. He'd worked at different bars. The way I knew him is he was a GM at one of the bars I used to go to. And then he just decided to go into business for himself. Dude makes a mean fucking burger, let me tell you. So interesting facts about Austin, Texas. It's actually been a while since I've done a sauce from Austin, but it was originally named Waterloo. It is the 7th city to be the capital of Texas. The Barton Springs salamander, also known as Eurecia sessorum, is only found in Austin. Austin is one of the most drunken cities in the United States. That's something to be proud of. Austin's secondary nickname is Violet Crown City because during winter there's a purplish hue visible over the hills. There's a place here called Hippie Hollow that is the only nude beach in Texas. Austin is still the only city in the world that still uses moon towers, and Austin is nuts about breakfast tacos. I grew up in El Paso where we mostly have breakfast burritos and actual breakfast plates. All right, famous people from Austin include Louis Black, no, not the comedian, the founder of The Chronicle, wrestler Goldust, who's son of Dusty Rhodes. His name is Dustin Rhodes, and I actually saw his retirement match when he came down with AEW. I'm actually not big into wrestling, but I went with my friends. It was a fun time. Quarterbacks Baker Mayfield, Nick Foles, and Drew Brees are all out of the Austin area. Actor Dabney Coleman, who may have passed away recently, and Matthew McConaughey is a noted UT supporter and their minister of culture. So let's look at the packaging. So Swayze's, right? He's got the red and green motif. His banner is actually black and green. I don't know if he did that on purpose to match Austin FC or those are just his favorite colors. He always wears black. And then you have the firecracker there with the star and the outline of the state of Texas. It does not have ingredients. So he just says he has a lot of peppers in there. One which is the cascabel, which is a Mexican dry pepper. And that's one you don't see very often. However, I'm not going to talk about that. What I am going to talk about is barbecue. Austin, and specifically the Central Texas region, is well known for its barbecue because it is the best barbecue around. It's a little fascinating because, well, first of all, it's tied to the word barbacoa, which is Spanish. Barbacoa, I mean, it's more than just cow cheek and cow tongue, right? Barbacoa is actually a cooking style where you dig a pit in the ground, put the charcoal, and then you do indirect heating you indirectly cook. You smoke whatever meat it is. Typically, it's a cow, and it's everything that's cooked in that is actually technically barbacoa. But when we're talking about barbacoa tacos here, we're talking about like cheek and tongue. So actually, that cooking style was actually perfected by the Aztecs, as well as, I think, the Caddo Indians. There's actually a bigger story with Southern cuisine where somehow slaves learned the barbecue techniques. I forgot how that exactly happened, and then they ended up cooking pigs, and usually the parts that the owner didn't want, which were like the ham hocks, stuff like that, and that's how they started cooking barbecue, but mostly pig in those cases. In Texas, it's beef. Now, it could be various meats and various types of woods. It is not dependent on sauce. You can have sauce with it, but other barbecue styles require a specific style of sauce, and Texas does not. Actually, good barbecue, you shouldn't even need sauce, but hey. Another cool thing about barbecue, it is a convergence of, Mexican cooking style mixed with black and German cultures. So what ended up happening is in Texas, before when black and Hispanic cotton pickers were not allowed in restaurants, they would go to the meat market and the Germans would sell to them. Yeah, they would buy sausages and they would buy ribs. And that's when they started kind of making plates, and then it started evolving from there. Again, beef was introduced. Typically, barbecue was only pig, but beef was introduced because at the time there was in Texas there was an abundance of meat. It was cheaper actually to use meat. So especially brisket was used because the fat cap that it's got, it's practically self-basting. And Texas barbecue is born. Remember, again, it could be a variety of meats, it could be a variety of woods. You don't need sauce, it just has to be good. Before we get any further, let's hear from this week's sponsor. Positive thinking doesn't work for everyone, and sometimes you just need to be jolted back into reality. Here at Slap Happy, we'll knock some sense into you. During our intensive 3-week program, you'll be subjected to non-stop slaps until we slap a smile right on your face. After this, high fives will have a whole new meaning. Be advised, this is not a class for subs to get off in. Slap Happy, pressing flesh in a new way. Now for the moment of truth. Strong vinegar smell. So chances are this is not going to be that hot, but we'll see. He does actually have a hotter one. Did he call that one the rattlesnake? I forgot what he called it. It does have a slight bit of viscosity to it. It is pulpy, so that's also promising. And it's reddish orange. And yeah, we'll just see how this tastes. All right, here we go. Cheers. It's got a growing burn in the back of the throat. I would say this is a medium sauce, and it's a very vinegary forward sauce. Now, a lot of people, there's some people that are snobs about vinegar and hot sauce. I don't mind it. I actually really like that. It's a very tasty sauce. It is delicious. So you want something with flavor and a medium kick, this is perfect. This is a great, really tasty sauce. And I'm not just saying that because the dude's my friend. I'm really not. It was like $6 a bottle for this. If you're in Austin, go buy, get a bottle. Pick up some spicy pickles as well. Pick up a slider or a hamburger. Again, the guy knows what he's doing. He's really good. And this is a very tasty sauce. And again, I like how fleshy and pulpy the sauce is. Slightly sweating, but again, I also did just put on my my face cream. So that could also, yeah, I'm vain. I don't give a shit. Anyway, this is like an everyday sauce that you could put on anything. So speaking of barbecue, I would love to throw this on some ribs. And especially if you got a little bit of like sweet barbecue sauce with the vinegar. Offsetting it, it would be a really, really phenomenal treat. Breakfast, pork, chicken, veggies. Ryan Hunter, great job, dude. It's really tasty. Very, very good sauce. This is definitely a buy. And it could be like your everyday versatile sauce. Think of it as like a Louisiana sauce with really good flavor and not as salty. It is perfectly, it's a really well done sauce. I'm kind of curious as what else he could come up with. Next week, I'm going to be reviewing a sauce from Chile Lengua de Fuego named Chicho Ghost. Until then, I'm Henry, and remember, spice up your life. Take care.